Hey famous fans, welcome back to Famous Faces Scoop TV, where the tea is always piping hot. And trust me, today's serving is scalding. Wendy Williams had her detective hat on 9 years ago, spilling all the juicy details about Sean Diddy Combs long before the handcuffs came out. What did she know that the rest of the world was blind to? Let's get into it, shall we? Now let's rewind to 2015, shall we? While most of us were busy binge watching Netflix and pretending kale was delicious, Wendy Williams was over on her talk show basically handing out psychic predictions disguised as hot takes. She had her eyes locked on Sean Diddy Combs, and honey, she was not buying what he was selling. In a clip that's making the rounds again, because let's be honest, nothing stays buried forever, Wendy questioned Diddy's behavior in ways that have us all wondering, was Wendy onto something long before anyone else had a clue? Back in the day, Diddy was living the playboy life, and everyone knew it. His relationship with Cassie Ventura was the definition of messy on again, off again, with drama swirling like a never-ending reality show. And here comes Wendy in all her shady glory, tossing out some real concerns about Cassie's safety. Now, this wasn't your average, "oh, I hope she's okay" kind of worry. Wendy was practically screaming, "Girl, run from her iconic purple chair." And run Cassie did straight to South Africa to film Honey 3 Dare to Dance. I mean, how dramatic do things have to get for you to flee the entire continent? That's a level of drama we live for. South Africa, a whole new time zone just to avoid Diddy. I mean, can you imagine the kind of stress she must have been under? But wait, here's where Wendy's sixth sense kicked in. Cue Wendy's warning when you date a mogul. Wendy said, "You never know when they're going to pop up." Oh yes, Wendy painted quite the picture. Diddy hopping on a private jet, landing on the roof of Cassie's hotel, paying off everyone from the bellhop to the housekeeper, and pulling a Mission Impossible stunt to barge into her room like, "Hey girl, miss me?" Talk about a literal nightmare. It's giving major stalker energy, isn't it? And Wendy, ever the paranoid queen, admitted that if she were in Cassie's shoes, she'd be scared out of her mind too. And honestly, same Wendy, same. Imagine thinking you're safe only to have Diddy swoop in like some kind of hip-hop James Bond, but without the charm or cool gadgets, just vibes that scream, "I'll find you." Yikes. Wendy didn't just stop there though. Oh no, she took it a step further and said that Diddy's been living that playboy lifestyle for years, and he's got women hypnotized. Excuse me, are we talking about a music mogul or the second coming of David Blaine? Maybe Diddy's been using his music money to buy magic tricks on the side, because the way Wendy described it, he's out here casting spells on women like he's in the wizarding world. But wait, there's more history to uncover between Wendy and Diddy. Their beef stretches way back to 1998, when Diddy allegedly played puppet master behind Wendy's firing from Hot 97 radio. Wendy didn't mince words when she accused him of trying to ruin her career. And if you know Wendy, you know she wasn't about to let that go quietly. She held onto that grudge tighter than a Birkin bag. In her book, The Wendy Williams Experience, Wendy straight up called Diddy out for single-handedly trying to derail her career. And she didn't stop there. She went in on him saying, "The hell he put me through, I will never forget." Oof. Can you feel that sting? Fast forward to 2017, when, brace yourselves, Diddy appeared on The Wendy Williams Show. Yep, the same man she dragged for years was now sitting right across from her, probably sweating bullets while sipping his tea. Wendy, ever the professional, called it a full circle moment, but let's be real, public reconciliation doesn't mean all that drama from the past just magically evaporates. Those two hugged it out for the cameras, but you know Wendy had some serious side-eye going on behind the scenes. Now fast forward again to 2023, and the Diddy drama has exploded. Our favorite mogul went from running the music industry to dodging some serious charges. In November, Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, dropped a bombshell lawsuit accusing him of rape and physical abuse. And get this, 1 day later, the lawsuit was settled. One day, y'all. How in the world do you settle something like that so quickly? It's almost like Diddy was on speed dial with his lawyers, like, let's just throw some cash at this and make it disappear. And while Diddy's busy dodging lawsuits like it's a game of dodgeball, Wendy Williams has remained eerily silent on the whole situation. Why? Well, she's been dealing with her own health struggles, including a diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia and aphasia. But knowing Wendy, she's probably sitting back on her couch, throwing side eyes at her TV, like, I saw this coming a mile away. Because let's face it, Wendy knew the cracks in Diddy's empire were there long before the rest of the world did. And if the lawsuit wasn't enough to make Diddy sweat, things took a nosedive in May when CNN released footage from 2016 of Diddy physically assaulting Cassie in a hotel. Oh yes, this was no longer just a whispered rumor, it was there for everyone to see, plain as day. And that video hit social media harder than a scandalous tweet from the Kardashians. And Diddy's public image, well, it crumbled faster than you can say, bad boy for life, the damage was done. And no PR team in the world could fix this mess. But here's where it gets even wilder. Diddy issued an apology. Now, you'd think he would take full responsibility, right? Nope, he hit us with the classic, I'm sorry, but apology. You know the type, the kind that says, I'm sorry, but it wasn't really that bad. Diddy called his actions inexcusable, but at the same time, he tried to sweep everything under the rug. Classic Diddy, he's always trying to dance around accountability. Oh, Diddy, what have you gotten yourself into now? Well, let me tell you folks, it's not just another bad press day for Mr. Combs. This time, the spotlight isn't on his music, his bad boy image, or his endless ex-girlfriends. It's on something far more sinister. Buckle up. Adria Sherry English has entered the chat, and she's not here to play nice. Yes, you heard that right. Adria Sherry English, former dancer turned whistleblower, has filed a complaint against Diddy, accusing him of, wait for it, pressuring her into having sex with guests at his infamous parties. And these aren't your average Friday night get-togethers, no sir. We're talking freak-off parties. Oh, did you forget about those? Let me jog your memory. Think eyes wide shut meets a celebrity hangout. Yeah, that wild. And let's not forget the white parties, where everyone's dressed to the nines while apparently a whole other horror movie was playing out behind closed doors. Now, in case you're wondering, Diddy isn't out sipping champagne in some overpriced penthouse. Nope, he's currently sitting in federal jail in Brooklyn, awaiting trial. I mean, the man who once rapped about being forever on top is now literally at rock bottom. Karma? You decide. Adria Sherry English, once just a dancer trying to make a living, was allegedly caught in Diddy's web of power and manipulation. Hired to add a little extra spice to his extravagant events, she claims her role quickly went from performing on stage to performing in much more, let's just say intimate settings with some of Diddy's elite guests. And these aren't your run-of-the-mill celebs, folks. We're talking about A-listers like Tommy Lee. Yeah, that Tommy Lee who, let's be real, has seen it all but apparently didn't have a clue about what was going down in the bedrooms. Imagine that. Party in the front, horror show in the back. Adria's not just here to make accusations, oh no. She's vowed to help ensure that Diddy is in prison for life, for life, for life. You guys, not a year, not a decade, for life. So that's some serious heat right there. And frankly, she's not alone in these claims. Remember Rachel Kennedy, the topless dancer who also found herself at Diddy's wild gatherings. Yeah, she had her own horror story to tell, thinking a Diddy bodyguard was going to stomp her face in. Classy, right? But Diddy's no stranger to controversy. Oh no, let's not forget his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Remember when that video surfaced of Diddy assaulting her in a hotel? Yeah, the internet nearly exploded. Of course, Diddy did what any celebrity in trouble does, he apologized. But here's the kicker, his apology didn't stop the wave of backlash that came crashing down on him. And now Adria Sherry English, who by the way, wasn't just some random dancer but was once a member of a girl group formed by Diddy, is stepping into the spotlight, pulling no punches. She means business and she's not afraid to call out the big names who were around when all of this went down. These claims have left Hollywood in complete shock, and honestly, it's not looking too good for Diddy. What's even more chilling is the fact that these stories go back years. These parties, this behavior, this isn't just a recent scandal. It's part of a deeply rooted pattern that dates back to Diddy's golden era in the early 2000s. And now, with Adria Sherry English and others speaking up, the cracks in Diddy's empire are starting to show. It's messy, it's dramatic, and it's exactly what Hollywood thrives on. But who knew that behind the flashy outfits, the celeb-studded guest list, and the massive party, something so dark was bubbling underneath? While we wait to see how this all unfolds in court, one thing's for sure, Diddy's days of dancing at the top of the industry might just be over. Well, famous fans, that's the latest scoop on the Sean Diddy Combs drama. And if you thought this story was wild, just wait. There's always more tea brewing, and we'll be right here to spill it all for you. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next scandal we unravel. You're tuned into Famous Faces Scoop TV, where there's never a dull moment. Bisous, bisous.